the majority of households, black or white, are equal earners, right? Meaning that they're both parties working. Then a smaller minority of that portion that is not the equal earners, the woman still works but makes significantly less. And then an even tiny minority, black women are actually staying at home, completely not working. So let's just kind of keep that in mind when we have the conversation. It's not to take shots at anybody, it's truly just to be realistic.
But I was gonna say, I think we also have there's different dynamics. So there is, I totally agree with what you're saying, but there are the family dynamic where you have, you know, your significant other and you're caring for the children or the home. But then we also have the dynamic of single women out there who want a provider, someone to pay all their bills without that, um, you know, without that that love and you know, knowing that they're supposed to give off a certain, so like what Trev was saying, so are you willing to operate in your feminine so this way he can fully provide for you, right? Because now you want to make certain decisions, you want a man to provide for you and do all this, give, but then you also want to make the decisions. It doesn't really work like that.
Can I ask you, is your femininity gonna get him a promotion at work to make more money?
So
Do
I
you,
so I'm
is
so
that gonna
we're talking about two different, we're talking about
I'm
two
I'm
different
just
dynamics.
saying, like, is the femininity gonna help him make more money?
Oh, I don't believe it will.
Oh,
So pretty, you act like you just dropped the mic or something. What I say
right.
is this: a woman can actually be inspirational. She can breathe life into her man. Her support
Facts.
is
That I
actually
believe.
extremely valuable.
100%.
A truly
Mm-hmm.
feminine woman is actually very valuable to men, and this is from a man's perspective. If you have a wench who is breathing down your neck, pressuring you, or talking crazy, then yeah, that is going to do the opposite. It'll have the opposite effect on you. But if you have a supportive feminine woman in your life who knows how to play that Robin position, then damn straight it'll help you get that promotion. There's women who could help you out with your reports. She could put your paperwork together. She can do so many different things. She could be your secretary. She could be whatever. That's if she wants to do that. But even just her inspiration, just her femininity, just her doing what it is to give you that energy and inspiration will make all the difference.
I agree.
Can I please respond to that? Because
Go
I think
ahead,
that
and then we're gonna have
once again,
Marco after
here
that.
we come, here
Yeah.
we are with the contradiction. Because if a woman is speaking life into you, she's probably giving you feedback. She's probably giving you some different angles that maybe you're not thinking of. She's probably saying, "Hey, babe, have you thought about it this way? Hey, I actually
Mm-hmm.
can see that. I know you complained that you're kind of getting this pushback from your manager, but I actually saw this work in the past. Do you maybe want to go this route? Or, hey, you know what? I did prepare, which is crazy. I did prepare your resume for you. Yeah, I went ahead and did that." That would be somebody who's probably smart, someone who is savvy when it comes to understanding business acumen, somebody who has some kind of career success of their own, right? To be able to do any of those things that you mentioned. A lot of time, based on y'all's definition, this is not considered a feminine, soft, submissive woman. That's not her. So once again, the feminist, soft, submissive woman that's not speaking back to you when you came home for the fourth year in a row and didn't get a promotion, and she's gonna be like, "Okay, babe, I'll just put your feet up, I'll run your bath water. Okay, yeah, no, you'll get it next time." Versus the one that's saying, "Hey, I've seen you for 4 years now, do the same exact thing, it's not working. Let's go ahead and maybe try something different. I know this is frustrating, but let's try it this way. I've seen this work in the past in another situation. Do you want my help?" Right? Like those would not be the same women. So
But
yeah,
that's
I
still
just
support though. That's still
it is
support.
support. I'm saying it, he just said feminine. And I'm trying to say that would not be considered the feminine women according to their definition.
True, go ahead. Huh?
Honestly, I was just
You
listening.
I mean,
I think we got some fresh perspectives on the panel. The topic at hand is, I think it's a solid one, but yeah, we hear this. Women don't want to work. I don't know. It's kind of hard to pinpoint it. I think that because it's a new phenomenon that women are working in the capacity that they're working. I honestly believe that a part of them working is, a new development and maybe some of their esteem or ability to, exist in a world outside of the slot that we gave them. At one point, just being a mother or just being a homemaker, whatever it may be. I personally applaud them working. Show your skill set. That's fine. Get to it. Um, but I think sometimes some of the men in the space romanticize removing women from the workforce, where a lot of them seem to be talking about the fact that they really do want at least the support or maybe the option. I don't know. I think women are okay working as long as they know that they don't have to slave away. They wake up one day, maybe have a bad run in with a boss. They want to be able to fall back on something. That's my assumption. Now I'll land there.
Right. Okay. Okay. Did you speak yet?
Yeah, but to some of the things that Pretty and True said, I mean, there is a difference in the Black community. Black women have pretty much always worked the majority, right? We went from slavery to, Jim Crow to moving, like, families moving from the South to the North, working in industrialism, all the things. So I think that we've always been in the workforce. What we're in now has been changing, right? Black people are moving from domestications and customer service type things to more, white collar, intellectual, STEM stuff, all the things. So I think this movement for women not working, right, is actually kind of newer in the Black community. And a majority of people could not afford it. And a majority of people still can't afford it. I mean, it's 20% of the people in relationships have a stay-at-home woman. And that means you need to, majority of them make what, $90,000 at least. So we're talking about a small percentage of people who could actually afford to do that if they live a lifestyle in the 90K range, which, is it's a little bit harder to do in this economy now. So yeah, I just think it's a pretty emphasis on reality, and what majority of us are actually doing in life is that we're working and they're contributing, and that contribution is actually necessary for survival of their families.
All right. I was going to play some more of the clip. Mom, did you want to speak on that right now? You want to play the clip? And Lakeisha, I know you haven't spoke either.
If y'all wanted to catch me up, y'all could. If not, you can play the next clip.
Yeah, we're still early on the clip. It's just one conversation. Lakeisha, did you want to add to it?
No, I'll save it for now.
Okay. All
I was
right.
trying to listen for a little more. I was going to ask BK and Pretty the numbers, the 10% and the 90,000. Like where those stats come from?
The Department of Labor. But I can pull it up while the video is being played and give you the exact numbers.
Yeah, Census and the Pew Research do a lot of the work looking at workforce, race, marriage status, and relating all the things that's collected in the census and the Department of Labor, and creating articles and stuff on it that I've read up on.